out, man. Just Alchemist. It's the God right
Don't pee right here, you know what I'm saying? And don't be scared to get shitty, man. You know what I'm saying? UGTV is going down.
What's good, y'all? This is Music Soul Channel right now. You are checking out Urban Grind TV.
What up, man? This is Ludacris, and right now you are watching UGTV.
What's happening? It's the Teflon Don Ricky Rouse. And right now you rocking with Urban Grind TV. It's going down. Walking Flock, man. Flock Bell installed 10 by 10 minutes. UGTV don't go nowhere.
Yo, what's up? It's Eric Sermon, the Green Light Bandit in Chi-Town. UGTV, you know how I do all day. Represent that. You know what time it is.
Joel Santana, and right now you checking out Urban Grind TV. Dipset for life, Skull Gang forever, Slow Bucks, keep up. Ooh.
What's up, it's the Patty Cake Man, and you are watching UGTV right here.
It's Big Snoop Dogg, Urban Grind TV, you understand me?
Urban Grind TV, Face Mob in the building. I'll let your motherfucking boy.
Killer Cam, King Job from Joe, Spacey Sprockets, and right now you watching Urban Grind TV. You know what it is. Dipset, you win.
Yo, check it out, y'all. What's the deal? It's Raekwon the Chef, and you doing it big right now on Urban Grind TV.
What's good, man? It's the God. You know what it is. You watching UGTV.
Yo, what's up? It's DA to the Z, Urban Grind. You know what I mean? Television, keeping y'all updated. Get on the log in, email us, holla back. It's DA to the Z right here, Chicago, baby.
What's going on? It's your guy, Wally, a.k.a. Mr. Music is My Business. And I'm really excited for a very special segment we got going on tonight. It is UGTV Laughs. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna honor some of the amazing comedy legends, impact, that have had a huge impact in the game. And tonight, we have, this guy does it all. Let me get right into it, all right? He's an entertainer, he's done it all. He's everything from music, comedy, film, and television. He is one of the most sought-after comedians and corporate humorists in America. I didn't even know that was a thing, right? But he's the grand prize winner of ABC's America's Funniest People, and he has made over 500 TV and radio performances, performing for companies like Sony, Whirlpool, AT&T. But before all this, now it's 501, right?
501.
501. But before the punchlines, that's why we couldn't get them, because 500 was booked out a long time ago. But before all the punchlines, before all the comedy, before being on hundreds and hundreds of stages, traveling the world, making people laugh, Tim was a musician. And he was a founding member of the legendary Eddie Boy Band. He was performing live and recording music. This music actually led to a deal with MCA Records, which is a major record label. He's opened for Joe Cocker, Whitney Houston, Kenny Loggins, and the guy has shared stages with everyone from Elvis Costello to the Beach Boys. Whether it's a packed comedy club, a Las Vegas stage, or your favorite TV screen, Tim brings energy, he brings laughs, and he's sharp-witted every time. From the Eddie Boy Band to headlining the nation's top comedy club, let's give it up for the multi-talented Tim Walkoe.
Thank you. Thanks, Wally. I wrote that well. You read that well. Thanks, brother.
Thank you, brother. See, I got the notes.
Yeah, man.
He said it was an extra tip if I didn't mess it up.
$3.
So he took like $2 off, but we're all right, man.
This is so cool. This studio's great, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's so nice to be here. It's really great, man. Nice to be anywhere, actually, at my age.
So what do you mean by your age?
I'm 11.
11?
11 years old. I just look old.
Is it multiplying? Like you do?
Yeah, that's what it's doing.
It's
good to be back working, man. I had this stupid accident. I told you about that.
Talk to me about it.
I was doing a cruise ship. I worked on cruise ship. Anybody here ever take a cruise? Man, I'll tell you, don't ever go on Carnival. If you fall off, they don't even look for you. You just drown. So I was up in Canada, French Canada, and I stepped off a curb, high curb, and I was high in French Canada, and I stepped off a curb. And I broke my foot in half and had about 6 surgeries. So I was home. I was home for, you guys were home with the pandemic, what, a year, maybe? Year and a half? 3 years at home. 3 years at home.
Wow.
I didn't know what mesothelioma was, Wally, but now I think I have it.
Oh, from watching the commercials.
Yeah, man,
over
I'm
and
suing.
over?
I'm suing for mesothelioma. I'm suing for everything. Camp Lejeune, vaginal mesh. I've got a suit in for vaginal mesh.
2 of those.
No, I do. It's cool. That's a big payoff, man. I do them all. I watch. Daytime TV will make you get a job, man.
Really? It's depressing, right?
It's horrible. I prepare for it. I put on my Snuggie. I've got a ShamWow, a Clapper, Pope Peel, Pocket Fisherman, Indie Egg Scrambler, Aqua Cubes, Magnetic Key Holder. I'm heavily in debt. I'm good friends with Peter Francis Geraci. And I got a reverse mortgage for my cat from Tom Selleck.
What about the George Foreman? Did I miss that one?
The George Foreman grill, I have 3 of them.
3 good?
In my attic. None of them work.
None of
they
them
worked about as much as George did.
Oh, man.
So it's horrible, man. It's being home, it's cool, but it's, man, enough already. You know, good to be back working again. And it's, you know, but daytime TV, man, is it me or when Oprah lost all that weight, her head stayed the same size? Anybody know that? Ever notice that? Because she's lost a few pounds. Have you seen her lately? She didn't do that by exercise and diet. That's Ozempic.
Oh,
she's looking good. She went from a size 12 to a size 4. Head stayed the same size.
I don't think they got a drug for that yet.
No, they will. Watch daytime TV and all the side effects. Those side effects scare the hell out of me.
Somebody's going to overdo it, and they're going to look like a shrunken head.
Yeah, I think that's happening already.
Yeah,
she gave birth to Dr. Phil. Isn't he a dickweed, Dr. Phil? He's a pain in the ass, isn't he? Psychology 101 minus the 1. His people they're seriously impaired people, and he just makes fun of them. Oh, Dr. Phil, I haven't left the house in 6 years. I have a bipolar parakeet in my glove compartment, and Billy Joel comes to the house on Tuesdays. Phil's answer, ABCWXYZ. The cat's in the cupboard, and you can't catch me. Hugga, buddy bear. It's not my first rodeo. The hell's he talking about?
I don't know.
He's an idiot. He has a degree in psychology from Tulsa. Ooh, must be hard to get in there. You have to have a pen.
Oklahoma, damn.
Did you know Tulsa spelled backwards as a slut, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, Lord.
That's what happens when you're home for 3 years.
Oh.
You get high and you put your dictionary up to the mirror and have a new act. So that's what it's like.
I'm trying to unpack all that.
Oh, it's a lot of stuff, man.
He had me in Tulsa.
I keep moving, man. I keep moving, man. I don't miss the travel of doing the ships. I did the cruise ships around the world, and it's okay, but, man, the travel, man, it's just... Anybody go to the airport lately? What do you have to leave, 11 days before your flight?
Pretty much.
Go through TSA, you know those guys?
Yeah.
All right, take your pants off, do a somersault, I'm gonna smack your head with an iron, I want you to jerk off and sing Yankee Doodle. What? I got profiled in Miami. That's almost impossible for an overweight white person. And I'm of Dutch descent. Any Dutch people here?
Did you have the wood shoes?
I have the wooden shoes.
Okay.
We had wooden shoes for Christmas. We had wooden stockings. There's no such thing as a Dutch terrorist. You ever hear of a wooden shoe bomber?
No.
There's no such thing.
No.
But airplanes get me, man. It can't take it anymore. You ever get the flights with the little kid on the plane? Anybody? Yeah. We love kids, but they should be pulled in a balloon behind the aircraft. They love balloons, the little kids. And if the balloon flies off the plane, you know what, Wally? See the world, Joey. See the world, Joey.
It was meant to be.
That's how we get the Google Earth photographs, you little bastard.
Oh, man, Tim Walkoe. I want to give some, listen, Tim is one of the originals of the Urban Grind TV fame. Urban Grind TV, shout out to everybody, John, everybody been in the team for a decade plus, but we've been on, next month will be 16 years. We're at 30 seasons, about 30 and a half seasons of television, over 700 episodes, but we looked at it today before the show.
We did.
And it was 15 years ago was your last interview.
That's before I fell off the curb.
That's what.
15 years ago, man, meeting you guys upstairs at Zany's, which was a legendary comedy club there.
Absolutely.
Great club, man. It used to be a strip club called the Club Amore, and the comedians were strippers for 3. No, they weren't.
No.
It's a great club, man. So I got to do that, and it was fun doing the clubs, man.
Is that how we met? Did I just come upstairs?
I think so, yeah. We have the whole green floor.
The green room.
The green floor, yeah. It was nice. It was a great club. Rick Hewitt ran that club. He ran it. He got everybody. He got Leno. He got Richard Lewis. He got everybody and wined and dined him, and they couldn't get rid of Ricky when they came back, and they were stars. They cut Ricky in every time. So it was a legendary club, and I got to go around the world with the cruise ships. It's okay. But every you name it. I've worked every state but Vermont. I haven't been to Vermont, and I really miss it. Don't care.
I don't go to Vermont.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough.
But I want to kind of think about this because we just showed up. We didn't call like and say, hey, can we like interview you. I think we just kind of met and then maybe followed up and interviewed you.
Yeah, we did. You
later.
said you were doing all this really good stuff and, you know, just getting going. And
yeah, we were just starting out. That's what I want to talk about. Like, we were just starting out. We was probably like a year into the thing. It was pilot, and I just want to say thank you. That's one thing I really appreciate you. Let's give it all for Tim Walkoe, man, because listen, Urban Grind TV was his first season, it was first year. It was still in its developing phase, and you know, we just wanted to bring some really cool content and get some really awesome people that were entertaining from the city. And a lot of people said no, but Tim said yes. So for Tim, for that, he always has my friendship and my support. And the man is hilarious. So I want to get into it because he's been on. He started like 10 months ago. I just want to say thank you, man.
Well, thank you,
for rocking with Urban Grind
for doing what
TV
you're doing here. This is awesome, man. Seeing Chicago be good culture, working people. Right. All these people are great that work here, and you got a great thing going here, man. And everybody's proud of you.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much, man. 28 awards with the team. We've won over the last 30 seasons, so definitely. But Tim, it's all about you today. Tim Walkoe in the building. Tim, let's rewind back to the beginning.
Yeah.
I want to hear about your journey as a performer. How did this journey first start? Like, how do you?
I started playing guitar in high school, and then I went to college in Indiana, which is like Mississippi with cold weather. Have you been to Indiana? No. I went to Valparaiso University. Thanks. If you have.
His in-laws are from Indiana.
Oh, yeah, but I'm from Indiana, right? Indianapolis. Well, that's actually a city.
Oh.
The rest of it is Klan country. Anyway, I went to college there, and I was playing in a band. I was a freshman, and these guys who were professional musicians had two of the guys leave their group, and I had a group with another fella, and they knew we could sing. So I was playing guitar, and I had to learn how to play bass, which I had no idea the first 3 months. I just followed the dots. Some bass players you can't even, they're not even playing, they just turn the bass up and boom, and it's done. So I got that, and all of a sudden I was making like, this is in the 60s, like $300 a week and going to college.
Yeah,
I went to college.
That's good money, right? In the 60s?
Those days you could have bought a house for $1.09. Indiana, you still can. No, I was working, and I just kind of I went to college to play baseball and become a lawyer, okay? Now I play bass, and I'm a defendant. Been a defendant.
Well, it's close. Listen, they say shoot for the moon. If you miss, you'll be amongst the stars.
That's what I was. And so in Indiana, yeah, the Hoosier Fest.
But
so I got
skipped
lucky.
over this. How do you get into the band though? Like, I can't play an instrument. I've been in the business 23 years. I'm just saying, you made it sound like, yeah, I was playing. I joined the band in high school. I want to know, when did you pick up your first instrument?
Okay, no, I played trumpet in grade school.
Where'd you get your first trumpet, though? How did you get in?
Well, we had a good band leader when I was in grade school, and I was really good at trumpet. And then I think it all changed. I just always loved music. My parents they weren't musical. But my mother played piano, but we always had music in the house or comedy in the house in the back way in the day, because my dad was president of a steel company here in Chicago, and he had to entertain his clients. And you mean entertain in the 50s and 60s. They had an evening one day. It was the 1950s, and the bill was $5,200.
Which was equivalent to like
$100,000. And so he went upstairs and straightened it out. But they always, and so he'd go see Lenny Bruce. He'd go see Mort Saul. He'd go see all the great comics that started stand-up. That's where stand-up started. And of course, Second City. They were first people to invest in Second City, my parents. So comedy was always.
Really? Your parents?
Yeah.
Were original investors.
Yeah, the Second City didn't have the thing on Wells Street now that's worldwide. They used to move from location to location, and they had one place that was under a Chinese restaurant on Clark Street. And my dad had a brand new Lincoln, and it was stolen the first night. So that was fun.
But that just shows you, like they say, a rose can grow from the concrete.
That's what it was, man. It's like the Old Town School of Folk Music was on Armitage, one building. Now they have two theaters over on, in Lincoln Square. So I loved comics when they came on TV. I couldn't wait for that segment after the Bad Dancers. I just loved it. So, and I always was funny, but I tell people to do comedy, yeah, you can be funny with your friends, but if you want to do it professionally, you have to make everybody laugh. And it's hard, because you think you're really funny, you get out there, and it's like, it's different. You have to really plug through it. You do 5 minutes at a time, 2 minutes at a time. I had the guitar, I put the guitar down, I used that as a crutch, and I worked my way up. I was in a comedy group in Los Angeles at the Comedy Store, famous comedy store. And one of my friends in the group was Don Knotts' daughter. You know, guys know who Barney Fife is from Mayberry? And her dad.
And Three's Company.
Three's Company and Mr. Feely.
Yep, the landlord.
That trip. And the interesting thing about that is Don Knotts was a ladies' man, despite his strange look. And he married actually a girl that was 2 years behind his daughter. So that was fun for her living in the guest house.
Wow.
That's called Beverly Hills High School, kids.
I want to talk about you were part of the Eddie boy band, and you landed a deal with the MCA Records, which is a big deal. This is a big jump from talking about playing in your high school band and trying out
on Lincoln Avenue and Rush Street.
Right, and cutting your bones, right, as a musician.
We used to do 5 sets a night, 6 sets on Saturday.
Really?
That's why Chicago musicians were so good. We had to play 6 sets.
To make a living, or just?
Yeah, no, that's just the way the clubs were. They were open from 9 till 5 on Saturday.
Oh, so you're in the same place, just over. They just got you. So you're the jukebox.
No, they were dance clubs mostly.
You were the jukebox.
We were
of the dance club.
And then the jukebox came. We took the break and came back. So I did that, and then I met some other guys, and I went out to Los Angeles and with the group Chicago, and I was hanging out with those guys. They're all from Taft High School, Notre Dame High School, and I did a couple sessions out there playing bass. I was getting better. I came back and stayed in LA for a while, and I got to be in a band that was in the Whiskey A Go-Go. It's a real famous club. We fell into that, and the guys that ran it were Chicago cops and people from the court. The boys ran it, let's be honest, who read it. And the group Chicago, they said, if you're from Chicago, these guys in LA, you eat and you drink here for free because you're from Chicago.
Legendary.
Pay us back later. And the group Chicago played a whole week at the height of their career for free for that club. They did for them.
Oh, they were going to get paid.
So it was great. So I got that, got to do that. And
well, I want to ask you, what's your proudest moment as a musician?
Proudest moment.
Is there any standout shows, any moments?
Favorite, not one moment. It's just when I got to do Las Vegas, I worked at the Tropicana Hotel, which is, they just remodeled it, they vacuumed.
They knocked it down, yep.
No, they actually blew it up.
Did they?
Yeah, they did a few weeks ago. I think I wasn't there that day. But no, I just enjoyed working there. That was the best I ever did.
Was there ever a moment when you go through RCA, you sign a deal, you start getting out, was there a part of a moment where you're like, I made it?
Pretty much so, but you know, we did the album and it was not a really big hit. So you made it, but you have to go to the next level. And I was playing and I was playing, and I realized the money in music for you young kids at home is being a songwriter. Songwriting is more lucrative, and it's an art form itself. So good players are hard to beat. These top musicians, who's the best guitar player? Nobody knows. There's 100 guys that are the best guitar player, the best bass player, the best saxophone player. So. But I got into rock and roll early, and I was lucky to switch over. And then I got lucky to switch into comedy because I was right there by the Comedy Store.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, you made a huge pivot from music to comedy. What was it that sparked the transition? Was it
being out of work?
Money, need?
Well, no, you could play. I don't know if I could put anything together like I did. We spent 10 years to get that other thing together.
But your parents being in the industry,
well, they weren't really in the industry. They were more of
just the investing side.
Yeah, they let me do it, and some people, they don't.
But I'm saying they invested money, so even if they weren't performers, they still believed in the art.
They believed in it, yeah, in Chicago, too. They grew up in the Depression. They went to clubs then. They went to the Green Mill. I don't know if you guys know the Green Mill, the great jazz club over on Lawrence. That's where Al Capone owned it. And they were around in those days, too, so that did help. But going to go to comedy, I was lucky to get it when comedy boom took off in the 80s. Like I was talking to a fabulous guest about Michigan. We had so many clubs in Michigan we worked, from where you were in Monroe to Grand Rapids, to Kalamazoo, to the Jackson State Prison. That was an interesting job. Anyway.
Tim, I want to ask you about your first time on stage doing comedy.
I drank through it.
Were you nervous, or was it?
Yeah.
Where was it?
Yeah, it was actually at the Comedy Cottage in Rosemont, Illinois.
Okay.
And then, they did, a bottle of scotch. Got through it.
We're going to hear more about that when we come back. Listen, we're just getting started with the amazing Tim Walkoe. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with some more laughs and some never-before-heard stories. Stay right here with Urban Grind TV.
Step onto the stage at Urban Grind Studios, featuring a professional TV set with a full stage, dynamic lighting, and top-tier production capabilities. Whether you're filming a show, recording content, or creating high-quality visuals, we've got the setup to bring your vision to life. We also offer a state-of-the-art podcast studio with a Rodcaster Pro, professional mics, and in-studio monitors for flawless sound. Need crystal clear wireless audio? Our professional-grade Saramonic wireless audio system with 4 microphones ensures top-quality sound for any production. Our photography studio is perfect for headshots, brand shoots, and content creation with premium lighting and backdrops. Need to record music or voiceovers? Our on-site recording studio is available for high-quality productions. Expand your reach with podcast distribution, TV and radio packages, and exclusive content placement services. And we keep it comfortable with a fridge stocked for guests, easy parking, and a designated smoking area. Book your session today. Call 1-888-380-1913 or visit urbangrindtv.com.
Attention artists, producers, and record labels. Are you ready to elevate your music career? Urban Grind TV will get your music video on BET Jams. That's right, guaranteed airplay for your music video on BET Jams. You'll receive a minimum of 6 to 12 plays, gaining you massive exposure to fans and industry insiders. Just contact Urban Grind TV and we take care of everything. The professional video preparation, the closed captioning, the submission, and the music video placement with the results guaranteed. Just contact Urban Grind TV, send us your file via WeTransfer, complete the payment securely on our website, urbangrindtv.com, and we handle the rest. All you need to do is call 888-380-1913 and visit urbangrindtv.com to get started today. Urban Grind TV, where your music meets the spotlight.
What's up, everybody? This your boy, Cut Calhoun, the Kansas City Chief. Wanted to let y'all know that new album, The Devil Is a Lie, is available on all streaming platforms. Make sure you go out and show some support. To all promoters, I am now accepting tour dates for 2025. The name of the tour is Back Like I Never Left. For booking info, you can get it below. And make sure to follow your boy Cut Calhoun on all my socials, and you can find that below as well. 2025, Back Like I Never Left. Now accepting booking dates. Holla.
What's going on? It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music Is My Business. And I'm here to tell you about the Music Royalty Registration Program. That's right, you can monetize your music and secure your rights with the 14 to 16 essential registrations to protect and maximize your earnings. But why choose this program? Great question. How about getting paid for every stream, download, or play? Save time and effort with expert guidance. Ensure proper credit and ownership. And there's also those music licensing opportunities. For more information, visit urbangrindtv.com or call us at 888-380-1913. Hit the line up and get your grind up. What's going on? It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music Is My Business from Urban Grind TV. I'm here to announce my brand new book is out. It's available everywhere books are sold. It's titled Music Is My Business, the ultimate startup guide to the music business. You can check it out at musicbusinessebook.com, Amazon Books, Barnes & Nobles, and everywhere that books are sold. And it will help you turn your love for music into a sustainable career. Check us out, musicbusinessebook.com. Welcome back to Urban Grind TV, our special edition of UGTV Laughs, man. I have the comedy, film, music, and television legend, the one and only Tim Walkoe. Thank you, Tim. Let's give it up for Tim, man.
All right. Good to be here. Good to be in Chicago in this great studio you have. This is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
I want to share something with you guys. I don't gamble much, but I did win $2,700 the other day at the Rivers Casino in Des Plaines. How about that?
What were you doing just there?
On the ATM.
Were you all ATM, so you won it?
Hit it like
was it your card?
Yeah, no. One I found.
Okay.
That was my card. Okay. I hit it like 3 times.
Speaking of casinos, any crazy stories? What's your experience?
Yeah, I was probably the middle of the crazy stories.
I mean, because there's always a good comedy club. If you have a good casino, there's always a good comedy club.
Yeah, it was fun to do. Like I said, the Tropicana. It's Vegas is Vegas, man. The free drinks get to you. Because I had a little drinking problem for about 34 years.
Oh,
really.
Okay.
When I say a drinking problem, I might be drinking, feel this thing behind my head, I'd brush it off, and keep drinking, feel this thing behind my head, I'd brush it. It was the floor.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. I was so drunk in Las Vegas, I hit on a mannequin at the Riviera Hotel.
Did you score?
Took her home, had a good time. Quiet girl, but she'd do anything, man. Leg over here, head popped right off. I said a little head. And so, yeah, it was.
No, you remember her name or no?
Mannequin.
Mannequin, okay.
How drunk are we? She drove, brother.
She drove.
She drove. Stick.
Oh, Lord.
No.
I was in
Vegas, man. I was, yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was bad news bears, man. Because, in gambling, I had a problem gambling a little bit, and I found out I gambled too much. I have compulsive behavior. I have ADD. I have ADHD. I have it in high definition. So, you get compulsive behavior. So I'd be, playing and gambling. So I found the best way to save money if you gamble too much, please don't get thrown out of the casino.
Damn.
The best way to do it, man.
How do you do that?
I'll show you.
Yeah.
I got the best way to do it without being a jerk. Just because the guy's selling you an addiction doesn't mean he's a bad guy.
Right.
So here's what you do. You walk up to the craps table. You don't have to know anything about the game of craps. They'll push 5 dice towards you, right? You're supposed to take 2. Take them all 5, throw them in the air, yell, Yahtzee!
No.
And jump up and down. And 3 minutes later, security's there. And so you get to go home.
They valet the parking.
You valet the parking, you go home, and you talk to the office.
Damn.
So, yeah, I couldn't anymore. I had a lot of trouble drinking, man. I almost killed myself in Michigan driving. There was a pine tree right in the middle of the road.
How'd they get there? Dude, that's wild.
So I kept, I got off the road, I got back, there's still a pine tree, and here's my air freshener.
Oh.
That'll throw you off.
Should I ask what you hit then if it wasn't?
No, Betty Ford for 100. So yeah, I stopped those compulsive behavior things, and I'm glad I did.
I mean, you're talking about you've traveled everywhere, worldwide.
Worldwide, but the cruise ships, they say worldwide. You go there for 2 days. You're basically in with a bunch of rubes.
You're in the water. But I want to ask how has Chicago influenced your comedy and your work ethic? Because we have our own flavor here in the Midwest.
Chicago, the Chicago comics, guys like Larry Reeb, good friend.
Uncle Lair.
Uncle Lair, Vince Morano was here. Dolby Maxwell's from Wisconsin, but from here. All the guys from Chicago, they're just great comics. And we got to work so much. We used to do 3 shows on Saturday. We do Tuesday, Wednesday, 1 Thursday, 2 Friday, 3 Saturday. And Saturday Late Show was not a good show.
Why? Everybody's wasted?
They're hammered. We are, they are. I once did a show, I was so hammered I repeated myself 10 minutes into the act.
Did anyone notice is the question.
Yeah, the guy said, hey, you said that already. I go, I'm trying to prove a fucking point. So that's what Short set. It was 10 minutes, light, got the light.
They gave you the light?
But we have a work ethic here. We really do. It's Chicago, man. We work, but that's the only way you get better. And in comedy, it's the only art form that you have to have an audience. You have to have an audience. You can't do it into the mirror. You can't practice at home like a guitar or paint. You have to see if they think it's funny. And sometimes they're always right, because that's the audience. Even if they're goofy, if they're not laughing, well, you got to take a look at what you did.
I know I've promised all these people pizza. That's how they showed up.
That was 2 days ago.
It was a lie. So don't get to, when you're here, lock the doors.
But Chicago people are funny. We're funny people. There's a good sense of humor here. Chicago, what I always found when I was in college, I was in New York, I'd hang out with people some people from other areas, but mostly New York guys. Crack me up the way they talk.
Right.
You would with huh? You slept with huh? What? You spoke with huh? You soar huh? What are you saying? What language? And Jersey, forget about it. It's every 2 seconds. Forget about it. How you doing? All right? Forget it. Well, you want me to forget about it? I want to know how I'm doing. How am I doing? I thought you're good.
I didn't even have time to forget about it.
No, I ain't got time for that. So that's fun. Those guys are funny. LA guys are funny. They're funny people everywhere, but you need a place to develop. In Chicago, we had 13 comedy clubs here in the
legendary
80s. 13 comedy clubs, and they were all filled, and then it dwindled down to 3 or 4, and it got oversaturated. So Zanies is still there. There's a great club in Rosemont, downtown, and there's a lot of smaller clubs. One of the problems I see in comedy today is they're doing these shows with 5 like comics on it. It's kind of like open mic.
Right.
And they do 10 minutes. You can't get better just doing 10 minutes.
No, because you gotta
go out there and lose and do it. You got to have a half hour. Unless you're making money in the business, you're not in my business. And these people think they're comedians because in comedy you don't need a guitar. If you have a guitar and you're out of tune, the audience knows. These comics are way out of bounds with some garbage and they go, I guess that's what it's like. No, it's not. It's not funny. So they don't have the chance we had. You know, you open, when you start, MCs do 10 minutes, then you do a half hour, up to 45 to an hour. The headliner does that. And it was a great system to get better. And that's what we all did all around the country. So
that's how you paid your dues.
That's how you paid your dues. And then when the clubs were there, the more money, you know, it was big money in the 80s. The middle acts were making like $700 plus airfare.
Wow.
And that's pretty good.
Great money.
$7 in cab fare. And there are no cabs.
I want to talk about, you were a fake motivational speaker.
I did, yeah. I did. I did some corporate shows. You ever see those guys? Aren't they phony? They're all burnt-out ex-pastors. You know what I mean? They're not good people. And it's always... So I did a show, I wrote a thing with a guy from Second City and Saturday Night Live, named Nate Herman, and it's called Semi-Dynamics. So what's so bad about coming in second, goddammit? You know? What's so bad about... The second letter in success is you. That's the kind of crap they always say.
What's the wildest thing, like, reaction you've got from one of these shows?
They thought we were really motivational speakers.
Was that the intent for them to hate you, though?
No, it was for them to laugh. And we scared
them. Did they laugh?
No, they were scared. They thought we were really people that were, you know, they have these people that come and talk to these people and make them do stupid. All right, we're all going to throw canes in the air and walk on a tightrope. It's bullshit.
Is that what you did?
Team building.
Tell me something you did.
I was just talking to them, and one girl was crying. I go, what are you crying for? Because you're so mean. I'm not mean. Making fun of the guy.
So you went there as a motivational speaker.
As a fraud.
And you started cooking them?
No, I was just telling them the stupid things.
You were like teasing somebody in the crowd.
Making fun of the genre, you know, because there are always these things about, you know, what's so bad about coming in second? A lot of things. It's all bullshit. It's so stupid. So we did it, and it didn't work as a corporate thing. So we actually did it as a TV show in L.A., and somebody actually, whose name I won't mention, took the show, and they did it. The guy from Seinfeld that played George.
Okay.
They did the same thing. I was a motivational speaker who lived at home with his mother.
Jason Alexander.
Yeah, and he did a show called Hello Bob or something like that. It was the same thing as my show.
So they jacked your story.
That's what happens a lot.
And they rewrite it.
Well, it didn't go anywhere, and you can't sue them unless it's success because they're gone.
Right, you can't get nothing.
Yeah, it was a funny idea, but it didn't work out.
That just shows you it's the execution in life, right? It's not like the idea. It's the person, how you execute
you have to have the writers to do it, but we learned a good lesson from that. It was fun. We had a good time doing it.
Tim, I want you to share with us and our viewers at home, can you give us an exclusive story, something that you've never shared on TV or radio or a podcast?
Paula, what can I tell them?
Oh, Lord, you got it.
Not the Jim Morrison thing? No?
Now we want to hear the Jim Morrison story.
Okay, this is a true story.
This is a real.
Okay, this is real.
Is it exclusive?
Settle in.
Permission. Now I know it's good.
Settle in, kids. Go to Los Angeles with the band before Eddie Boy. This is in 1970. And so we're there, and 2 weeks later, we're working at the Whiskey A Go-Go, the most prestigious club in the world. And we're young, and we look good. And so we go to the club. We weren't really ready to be at the Whiskey A Go-Go. I mean, Little Richard was there, Michael Jackson was there. It was the club. And so we're going there, and we picked up some lovely ladies on the way there, because L.A. was L.A., and there was hitchhikers. And we had a wonderful time, and we had a wonderful time after the show. And then a couple days later, I had a strange feeling in my groin area. And at that time, you can't go to, you can't Google syphilis in there was no YouTube, nothing.
Right.
But what it was a minor sexually transmitted infection, and they said, go to the free clinic. We all go there every day. So I got an antibiotic, and I learned a lesson. I come home, and the girl, very nice girl, calls me. She said, hi. I said, hi. She says, I have bad news and good news. I say, I know what the bad news is. She says, yes, I gave you a sexually transmitted disease. I said, what's the good news? I got it from Jim Morrison of the Doors. And so I told somebody that once, and they went, you screwed Jim Morrison? No, I didn't say that.
What if it was just Cap, and that was her way of letting you feel better about getting burned?
It could be, but with her, I think it was Jim Morrison. So that's a story I don't share.
Well, you guys were in L.A. Where were you guys
In
at the
LA,
time?
yeah.
Oh, so it's yeah.
Well, L.A. in the 1970s was still like the end of the 60s.
Jim was probably getting it everywhere,
Oh,
too.
Jimmy was getting too much,
Yeah, see, he didn't need all that.
He'd get laid going to the grocery store.
He had a little share anyway. So, what something that I like to ask every guest on Urban Grind TV is, what was your biggest what the fuck moment in your career? It could be wild, it could be hilarious, it could be unbelievable.
It's just a stupid thing. My partner Paula Byers is here. And
Shout out,
she's
Paula.
Wonderful. Give Paula a round of applause.
Shout out Paula, man, give it up.
I love her. Well, we did a show. I got booked to a very high-paying place at a nudist colony. And we went there together, and it was the strangest day of our lives.
Really?
First of all, the guy comes out with a towel showing us around. Hey, there's naked guys fishing. Aren't you going to get a hook stuck at the wrong place?
Well, you knew it was a nudist place.
I didn't know that they thought we might take our clothes off.
So you're expected to participate?
No,
that's like dress code?
They'd
Or?
like you to, but you don't want to. But it's, you know, they're really nice people, and the show was good. But the problem is, especially for a lady, you're sitting down, and this guy comes up, and his member is right there. It's not good.
Oh, wow.
It was a long night for Paula, wasn't it? What was the first thing she said? We're going home.
No.
Well, we can stay here. We're going home.
No sleep.
We'll get a motel.
No.
We don't care. It was in Michigan, too, by the way. That was the weirdest thing I
So now you guys are members? How many years you've been members?
Speaking of members. No.
That's more vacation.
We go there. We have one of those little condos.
They got timeshare on the property.
Got $9. You can take your clothes off, knock on the door. That was weird. I had another weird thing happen with this guy, Rich Papuro, my friend, who he went out in Lafayette, Indiana. It was a sold-out show by Purdue University. And he went out as a blind guy, and they're playing the dun, 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 you know, the walk on, and somebody runs out and tackles him, a drunk. And I don't know if Rich
on field?
In the middle of the stage.
Okay.
In the dance floor.
Right.
And I think somebody attacked Rich. So I run out and I jump on the guy and I start pounding that guy. And then Rich is wrestling with him and he's got his magic cards are flying everywhere and fake rabbits. And it turns out the guy goes, no, don't hit the guy. It's the owner's brother.
But he's a magician, or is
no?
he
Was the other guy was a magician. This guy was just a drunk. So
he had rabbits though. There was
plastic rabbits.
He was a drunk. It was the magician that had the rabbits.
No, yeah, he had him with him.
Okay.
And he got knocked over, so all his props came out of him.
Oh man.
Yeah, Rich Papuro. He did a thing to me on the cruise ship that was, because Rich is a real practical joker. He's been doing cruise ships since he's 17. Made big money. So the first one I do, you know, we have a tab, and we went to the bar, and I was paying too much, and then there's a crew bar. So at the end of the week, they put your bill on your door when you're going to leave that day, when you disembark, as they say. No one's a dog, but they disembark. And it's on there. It tells you how much you owe.
Yeah.
So we were getting paid nothing. I mean, we didn't have to pay for anything. I got the bill. It was $3,208.
Stop it.
I know. That's what I said. And I ran to the purser's office, and I said, how can this be? She goes, how long have you known Rich? I go, about 10 years. She goes, what do you think? He was stealing ones from other people's doors, putting my bill on theirs, and this one for $3,000.
No.
And I fell for it.
He got you. You got me. Listen, we got a segment that we do here. It's called Quick Hitters.
Okay.
It's just a quick lightning round, just some quick questions. Just give us what you feel. First thing that comes to mind when we ask you, all right? What is one joke that you wish that you wrote?
One joke that I wish I wrote. One of Stephen Wright's jokes. Stephen Wright's a comic, said, I live on a median strip. I've never been able to get out of my driveway.
Okay.
Stephen was a cerebral comic.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes, I went to a 24-hour store. I go, they're open 24 hours. He goes, in a row?
Right.
And Rodney's jokes are great. There's so many of them. That's one of my favorites.
How does it feel to meet did you get to meet like Rodney or some of your heroes? Like, isn't that cool to like grow up listening?
Well, I got to meet your favorite, George Carlin.
George, really?
Yeah. George Carlin was an incredible comic.
George, I felt as a young kid, today as a man, like George Carlin was it. He was a legendary. And I also think Eddie Murphy had a big impact being Latino. And our thing too, Delirious and Raw were like, and you had to sneak to hear comedy. It wasn't like people like my kid's 11, he has a phone, he can probably pull it up right now, right? But our time, you had to get the VHS, you had to catch it on TV. Right. And it was a treat. Media was not accessible like it is today, so it was a big thing to watch George Carlin. So that's what I mean. You are one of the greats. That's why Tim Walkoe's here.
He was so smart, and he's a prolific. He did an hour special for 23 years. He did a whole new hour every year on HBO.
Is that hard to do a whole hour?
It is hard to do, to make it work. You have to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Some people think you just go out there and talk. You have to have a concept. Even if it's a 5-minute thing, you have to have a beginning, a middle, and an end to the show. And George and everything he saved, he wrote everything down, and his daughter has this museum with all his stuff in it.
That's incredible.
He's an amazing guy.
Tell me you took pictures through all these years.
No, we didn't have phones in those days.
No, I mean just
we had like
Polaroids?
cameras that did this.
No.
Yeah, we have pictures of a lot of people, but it wasn't like today. Today, pick a picture of your cat eating a mouse and shit.
What's your favorite city to perform in?
Las Vegas.
Why is it Vegas?
Because people go there to have a great time.
It's true.
Even if they have a bad time downstairs, they come up and they forget about it. And that's what the casino wants them to do. Get a fresh breath of fresh air and come down and lose more money.
That's right.
Lose more money. So I really enjoyed that. Chicago's great. I like some interesting places. I worked everywhere.
I like Vegas too, though. Vegas is a good time for a few days, and then that's it.
For very few days.
And then it's time to go home. What's your go-to meal after a show?
After a show, whatever they have, open.
All right. Now,
usually it's not allowed. If we go to some of these towns, there's nothing open. What are you gonna do? Knock on someone's door? I'm a comic. I'm hungry.
All right, Tim. I'm gonna put the pressure on you, man. I need your top 5 comedians of all time, dead or alive.
Okay, Rodney Dangerfield, Lenny Bruce, a guy named, who's not here, Otto Peterson. He had the filthiest, he was the puppeteer. He was so blue, he did the porno awards and they threw him out. Look him up, Otto and George. And one of my favorite comedians here is a guy named Mike Toomey, who's on WGN here in Chicago.
Really?
He's going to do the show. Yeah, Mike is a tremendous since he's 18. But I think the greatest would be George Carlin.
Really? See, we got. So you feel? Is it because we got him again? Dab me up, bro. Dab me up. You think is it like George? Yeah, he told a story, and I can't take away the comedic his ability, but like, is it not that the funniest things are true?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that what it is? I always felt like
they are, and if you look into them, the silliest things, like I do that thing about the signs, drawbridge ahead. Okay, I'll draw a fucking bridge.
Right.
It's like the silliest things, like fast trains do not stop on tracks. Where the hell do they stop?
Where are they? I never thought about this.
They're in the air.
This is some high thoughts. Were you high when you thought of this?
No. Well, maybe. Maybe. A microwave oven can make a man sterile. Yes, if you drop it on his balls. These are the things that go through my mind. Stupid things. People say the dumbest things. You ever hear this? You ever hear this one expression? He woke up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. You wake up I don't care if you're bright-eyed, but if you got a bushy tail, you banged a squirrel.
Damn.
That's my opinion.
Wow. Listen, Tim Walkoe. All right, listen, we're going to clear the stage. We're going to set up for a live performance. We got a live set from Tim Walkoe. Don't go nowhere. This is Urban Grind TV. Let's go.
Step onto the stage at Urban Grind Studios, featuring a professional TV set with a full stage, dynamic lighting, and top-tier production capabilities. Whether you're filming a show, recording content, or creating high-quality visuals, we've got the setup to bring your vision to life. We also offer a state-of-the-art podcast studio with a Rodecaster Pro, professional mics, and in-studio monitors for flawless sound. Need crystal-clear wireless audio? Our professional-grade Saramonic wireless audio system with 4 microphones ensures top-quality sound for any production. Our photography studio is perfect for headshots, brand shoots, and content creation with premium lighting and backdrops. Need to record music or voiceovers? Our on-site recording studio is available for high-quality productions. Expand your reach with podcast distribution, TV and radio packages, and exclusive content placement services. And we keep it comfortable, with a fridge stocked for guests, easy parking, and a designated smoking area. Book your session today. Call 1-888-380-1913 or visit urbangrindtv.com.
Attention artists, producers, and record labels. Are you ready to elevate your music career? Urban Grind TV will get your music video on BET Jams. That's right, guaranteed airplay for your music video on BET Jams. You'll receive a minimum of 6 to 12 plays, gaining you massive exposure to fans and industry insiders. Just contact Urban Grind TV and we take care of everything. The professional video preparation, the closed captioning, the submission, and the music video placement with the results guaranteed. Just contact Urban Grind TV, send us your file via WeTransfer, complete the payment securely on our website, urbangrindtv.com, and we handle the rest. All you need to do is call 888-380-1913 and visit urbangrindtv.com to get started today. Urban Grind TV, where your music meets the spotlight.
What's up, everybody? This your boy, Cut Calhoun, the Kansas City Chief. Wanted to let y'all know that new album, The Devil Is a Lie, is available on all streaming platforms. Make sure you go out and show some support. To all promoters, I am now accepting tour dates for 2025. The name of the tour is Back Like I Never Left. For booking info, you can get it below. And make sure to follow your boy Cut Calhoun on all my socials, and you can find that below as well. 2025, Back Like I Never Left. Now accepting booking dates. Holla.
What's going on? It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music Is My Business from Urban Grind TV. I'm here to announce my brand new book is out. It's available everywhere books are sold. It's titled Music Is My Business, the ultimate startup guide to the music business. You can check it out at musicbusinessebook.com, Amazon Books, Barnes & Nobles, and everywhere that books are sold. And it will help you turn your love for music into a sustainable career. Check us out, musicbusinessebook.com. Welcome back to Urban Grind TV. It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music Is My Business, and it is my honor and my privilege to introduce the legendary musician, comedian, actor, songwriter for a very special performance here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the legendary Tim Walkoe.
Thank you, Wally. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you hear that good? Can you hear that good? Okay. So how many people have found that traffic is getting worse and worse in Chicago? I was on 90, they're going 90. I was on 94, they're going 94. I'll never get on 7. So I noticed that there are really a bunch of dickweeds out in the streets. So every little song, remember this song, anybody? When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. No, that hurts. It's a pizza in your face. It's 1,000 degrees. So I rewrote this song. So sing along. Instead of That's Amore, you'll see. When the guy with no brain cuts you off in your lane, that's a moron. 15 miles he is gone with his damn blinker on, that's a moron. Well, his door is ajar and his seatbelt is out, making sparks on the sidewalk as he rolls about. Roll down your window, put your head out and shout, he's a moron. He slows down so you pass, now he's riding your ass, that's a moron. Oh, he's accident prone, he's on his smartphone, he's a moron. At a red light you stop, his tires squeal and careen, then he lays on the horn when the light turns green. Flipping the bird and yells something absurd, he's a moron. There you go, he's an idiot. He's a pinhead, total pinhead. So we have some blues lovers, you guys like the blues? Yeah. Chicago is the blues. I love the blues, man. But you go to blues clubs to have fun, don't you? Don't you? You ever hear the lyrics of the song, The Guy with the Blues? He ain't having fun. You ever listen to the lyrics? I got no nose, no arms or legs, no functioning kidney or spleen, no genitalia. You got the blues, motherfucker. It's depressing. My family got hit by lightning. I got pneumonia. I live in a hole in the ground. Move. And the sadder the lyrics of a blues song, the happier the beat they give it. Like, I'm gonna kill my baby, gonna stab my family today. I'm gonna kill everybody in the goddamn USA. I'm gonna stab them and shit. You know how. I love the blues, man. I love the blues. I like a lot of music, man. I like a lot of music. Rock and roll. Here's one old song I did from the 50s, but I rewrote it. It was a song called Party Doll. It's Party Doll, so I rewrote it for this. Well, I saw a gal walking down the street, the kind of a gal I could love to meet. She had a blonde wig and eyes painted blue. Baby, I want to have a party with you, so come along and be my blow-up doll. Come along and be my blow-up doll. Come along and be my blow-up doll. Well, I'll make love to you. I'll make love to you. Every man's got to have a blow-up doll to be with him when he's feeling wild, to be ever loving, true and fair. And if she gets tired, just give her more air. And come along and be my blow-up doll. Come along and be my blow-up doll. Come along and be my blow-up doll. Well, I'll make love to you. I'll make love to you. There you go. The blow-up doll song. A lot of the kids like it. A lot of the younger kids. Oh, so it's really weird. Don't you hate it when your favorite song, I don't care what age you are, if you have a favorite song and it becomes a commercial, doesn't that suck? And they just stink. You think rock stars from the 60s would have done commercials had they lived? I mentioned Jim Morrison a little while ago. Imagine Jim Morrison doing a commercial for, say, Ace Hardware. Being like this. You say you want some Elmer's glue. You say you want to buy some flyers. Baby, what if I said to you, go, I know, wait, I met you much higher. Oh, come on, baby, grab these wires. Come on, baby, grab these wires and try to set the club on fire. It could happen. It could happen. A lot of songs make you crazy. Sitting in the car, you guys are younger, but you ever been with people, old people in the car, and all of a sudden the 60s or 70s song comes on, they start singing it like an idiot, like, I'm being followed by a moonshine. Shut the fuck up at that point. You know what I mean? This guy's afraid of friggin' moon. How about some reality? How about, I'm being followed by a Rottweiler, or I'm being followed by a white Bronco, OJ. Could happen. Oh, yeah. I know all the songs. Remember this one? Santana? Perry Como's house. I want to live in Perry Como's house. Here's one. You come on like a dream. Peaches and cream. Lips like strawberry wine. You're 16. You're beautiful. I'm in jail. Hey, soul sister, isn't that a blister in your lower lip? Here's the tip, that ain't hip, I'm out of here. And hey now, baby, think you gave me rabies when you dated my cat. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. There's the stories that, you know, I love the oldies. I like the oldies, man. I like the oldies. Here's one. Sitting in a Starbucks cafe, paid $90 for a fucking latte. That's what happens, man. It's nuts. Old songs make me crazy. Guys are performing, these rock and roll guys the Stones are still touring. What are they, 80? What kind of song? Hey, you get off of my lawn. You know. Here's one. I shot the dentist, but I did not shoot the hygienist. Okay, big hit for Eric Clapton. I know them all, man. Country music, I don't like country music too much. Do you guys like country? I don't really care for it. Here's the only impression I do, the late country singer Slim Whitman having an orgasm. Here it is, only here. Honey, I'm coming. Okay, that's it. That's it. So yeah, I saw the Beatles. Paul McCartney's 81 years old. He had a senior moment. A senior moment is, I'm getting older, so I have a senior moment. What that is, you ever walked in a room looking for your glasses that are on top of your head, and you realize they're not where they should be, which is in the refrigerator? So Paul McCartney had a thing that happened to him. Yesterday, shit. Fuck. Ringo, what would you do if you went out with friends and the bathroom was way down the hall? Would you believe it would not bother me? I don't care about bathrooms at all. You know why? I get by with a little help from deep ends. Ooh, I stay high with a little help from deep ends. Ooh, I keep dry with a little help from deep ends. There you go. Rock and roll, baby. One more thing. Gotta do one more. A lot of people are getting older. Remember the village people? They're called the elderly townfolk now. And they took their song and made it a hit for older people. Remember them? Old man, are you down on your luck? I said, old man, please don't act like a schmuck. I said, no man, should be down to $1. We can help you on your way now. No man should be left all alone. We can put you in a modular home with a chairlift that can get you upstairs. We can even transplant your hairs. If you'll just join us in the AARP, everybody, it's the AARP. You can get a new hip, you can get a new knee. We'll sell you an annuity if you'll just join us in the AARP. There you go. Thank you very much.
Let's give it up, Tim Walkoe. Let's give it up for Tim Walkoe, man, in the building. Legendary. Let's give it up again.
Urban Grind.
Man, thank you so much. What an incredible performance, man. If you've not skipped a beat in the last 15 years, your energy is still there. We're so happy to have you back, healthy, back on stage with us.
Yes, sir.
And blessed. You were the first live musician with some instruments to bless the Urban Grind TV stage. So you made history again with us tonight, man.
I like that.
So definitely, before we get out of here, I want you to go ahead and look at the camera. Tell people, talk to the mic. Let them know where they can book you, if they want to book you for a show.
Either police can book me anytime. Facebook, I'm on Facebook, Tim Walkoe, or timwalkoe@yahoo.com, or we'll go through here and just look for Urban Grind. And I'm around Chicago, be doing some clubs, going out to Las Vegas again, so I intend to win more money. Thanks, guys.
That's right, man. It's your boy Wally, a.k.a. Mr. Music Is My Business. Don't go nowhere. Don't just keep it locked right here to Urban Grind TV. Let's go. We'll check you out next week.